Dear student, myself Rajendra Raseri, I am Assistant Professor in Computer Science Department at Government Bangad PG College, Didwana. Up to this point, we covered various concepts on indexing and hashing under the subject database and management system. Now, in the just previous lecture, we started a new concept that is selection operation and we measured their query cost with help of various different algorithm, right? Now in today's lecture, we are so up to this point, query processing, all the step like parsing, translation, optimization, and query evaluation in very much detail we covered. Then how to measure a query cost, what are the various hidden costs involved in a query, all the factors, parameters already we covered, and formula also we have done. Now selection operation, various different algorithm we covered like linear search, then binary search, okay, and some different set of concept we covered. Now in today's lecture we are starting one new concept named as join operation. So what basically join? Suppose I have two relation. One relation name is customer having the attribute customer ID, customer name, customer address and customer phone number, right? And I'm assuming that phone number is a single level attribute, or we can say it is not a multi level attribute, multiple attribute, right? And means phone number is having a single value for every customer, right? Now, second relation is suppose account. Now, if I want to make a relationship between customer and account, the relationship named as depositor, right? So some attribute is picked from the customer and some attribute is picked from the account, and we are making a relationship depositor. So how to make a relationship table is called as join. We need to join in some existing relation in order to get some new relation. The new relation will contain information from both the existing relation, right? Now we are going in detail join operation. So now several different algorithms are there to implement the join. First is nested loop join. Second, block nested loop join. Third, indexed nested loop join. Fourth, merge join. Fifth, hash join. Every join is using some different technique to implement the joining operation. Now it is choice based on cost estimate. Every join is having different cost, so it depend upon the choice. Clear situation. Now some examples are there. Suppose number of record for a customer 10,000 records and depositor 5,000, right? Number of block for customer 400 and depositor 100. So if you see, block is nothing else, it is a collection of record of the same type we can say, right? So if you see the example, both the example or both the scenario are having the same information, but one in the form of record and another in the form of blocks, right? So it depends upon the choice or on cost estimate, we will pick a particular join operation. First, nested loop join. So the symbol is misplaced here. The symbol is written R, then natural join theta, and then S. It is called as what? Nested loop join, right? Now see, to compute the theta join, nested loop join is called as theta join. There are some set of algorithmic step we are going through. For each tuple from first relation, that is T of R in relation R, we need to do for each tuple in another relation, that is S in S, we need to do what? Test the pair T of R and T of S to see if they satisfy the join condition of the theta. The join condition satisfaction means there should be some common attribute. Based on that we can apply the join operation. Okay, if they do, if there is a condition met, then add tr dot ts to the result, means multiply all the tuple of the relation R with all the tuple of relation S and add all of them into the result, and then end the inner loop, and then further for the and the outer loop. Clear? Means for every tuple value of the relation R, we need to perform for all the tuples of the S. Suppose in relation R there are 4 tuple, and in relation S there are 3 tuple. So 4 into 3, there will be total possible tuple might be 12 tuples in the result, right? Now R is called as outer relation. See here, the R is called as what? Outer relation, and S is called as inner relation of the join, right? Now requeries no indexes and can be used with any kind of join condition, right? Now expensive, it is very expensive. Why? Because it examines every pair of tuple in the two relation, right? Next, nested loop join, some cost parameters we are going to discuss. In the worst case, if there is enough memory only to hold one block of each relation, then the estimate cost will be n of r into b of s plus b of r, right? And block transfer plus n of r plus b of r seek. First, these are the block transfer, and this is for what? Seek. We need to add these seeks. So if the smaller relation fits entirely in the memory, then use that as the inner relation. If the full, we can say full relation is fit in the memory, then we can use that particular relation as the inner relation, and it reduces the cost to br plus bs, block transfer, and 2 6 only. Means you see the nr will be 1, so it will be bs plus br only. See, it will be bs plus br only, because nr will be 1 in this case if the small relation, right? And seek will be only 2. 2 6 are required if the relation fits in the memory properly, right? Now, assuming worst case memory availability for the cost estimate is with repository relation as the outer relation. In the repository there are 5000 records, so 5000 into 400 block plus 100 for the seek. So total will be 2 triple time 0 100 block transfer, very large number of block transfers, right? And second, the seek will be 5000 plus 100, that is 5106. So block transfer is very high. Now with customer relation as the outer relation, if we are assuming it as an outer relation, then what will happen? 10,000 into 100 plus 400, it will be 1000400 block transfer, and 10,406. So if you see, the second possibility is having large cost factor in comparison to the first. In case of seek and in case of block transfer, in first scenario, block transfer is more than the second scenario, right? So if smaller relation, that is depositor, fits entirely in the memory, that cost will be reduced. Now block nested loop join. In the previous case nested loop join, now we are doing block nested loop join. It is basically a variant of nested loop join in which every block of inner relation is paired with every block of outer relation, right? So what we need to do, there are some loops are there. uh, in the previous case nested loop, we are applying two loop, outer loop for the relation r and inner loop for the relation s, and the loop are for the tuple, and we are checking every possibility of the tuple. But now if you see, the tuple loop is there, outer tuple, then inner relation tuple loop is there. Now we are additionally adding two more loop. First loop, that is for the outer relation blocks. So for each block of outer relation r br, we need to do for each block of the inner relation name is s. So first we need to process all the blocks, means relation r blocks. For every possibility of that, we need to proceed inner loop for every block of the inner relation s. Now in that every block, we need to process each tuple t of r in br of the relation r, and after that for each tuple T of S in the block BS, we need to check for every possibility of tuple T of R and T of S which satisfy the join condition, right? Now if the join condition met, then we need to add all the possibility T of R and into T of S to the final region. Suppose in the first relation there are 4 rows are there or 4 tuples are there, and in another relation there are 5 tuples, then the total possible will be 4 into 5, that is 20, and 20 possible tuples will be added in the final result, right? So in this scenario, we are having 4 loop. Outer loop is for the relation R, first for block, then inner loop for the block, again for the inner relation S, then out again the third loop is for the tuple of the outer relation R, and the last loop, the innermost loop, is for the tuples of relation S, and S is the inner relation. So in this manner we can implement the concept of block nested loop join, right? Now next, the cost estimation. So in block nested loop join, in the worst case estimate, the formula will say BR into BS plus BR, block transfer, plus 2 into BRC. So there are two component, one is block transfer time and second is the seeks, right? So each block in inner relation S is read once for each block in the outer relation, right? Means outer relation value will be fixed, and then for that every possible value of the relation, inner relation, will be read, right? Now each block in the inner relation S is read only once for each block in the outer relation, instead of once for each tuple in the outer relation. This is very important point. Okay, so rather than for the tuple, we need to process this for the blocks, right? Now in the best case, the value will be BR plus BS only, block transfer, and 2 seek only. And BR value will be 1. So if BR value, in this case BR value will be 1, then the result will be BS plus BR, best case, and the seek will be 2 into 1 plus 1 seek, that is 2 seeks only, right? Now improvements to nested loop and block nested loop algorithm, some improvement can be done. See, in block nested loop, use m-2 disk block as blocking unit for the outer relation, where m is the memory size in block, and use the remaining 2 block which we subtracted, remaining 2 block to buffer inner relation, and the output becomes cost will be BR upon m-2 into, then the same formula, and 2, and then BR upon m-2, we are dividing by m-2, clear, disk block, and the seek and block transfer time will be changed accordingly. If we are performing equijoin attribute forms of a key on inner relation, then stop the inner loop on the first match, right? Now scan inner loop forward and backward alternatively to make use of the blocks remaining in the buffer. Now for this we can apply a strategy LRU, that is least recently used replacement policy. Okay. Next is indexed nested loop join. So in nested loop join, the last possible join is indexed nested loop join. It is having a slightly different in comparison to block nested loop join. In index lookup, we can replace file scan if. First possibility, join is an equijoin or natural join, and second, an index is available on the inner relation join attribute. Now we can construct an index just to compute a join. For each tuple tr in the outer relation R, use the index to look up tuples S that satisfy the join condition with tuple tr. So we need to write down one loop, that is outer loop, for the index of the outer relation R, and the inner loop is for the index of the inner relation S. Okay, so what in worst case what will happen? The cost will of the join will be B of R in bracket T of T plus T of S. Okay, plus n of R into C, where C is the cost of traversing the index. This cost is overhead, and this will be extra added and fetching all the matching S tuples for one tuple of the R. Now C can be estimated as cost of single selection on S using the join condition, right? If indexes are available on join attribute of both relation R and S, use the relation with fewer tuple as the outer relation. Yes. Now one example is listed here. Suppose compute the depositor customer with depositor as the outer relation, right? So customer have the primary b plus tree index. Okay, now in customer 10,000 tuples we are assuming, and the height of the tree is 4. So, and one more access is needed to find the actual data. So depositor has 5,000 tuples. Cost of block with, by putting the values in the formula we are getting 40,100 block transfer and 206. So we are assuming the worst case memory, and it may be significantly less with the more memory, right? Now cost of index nested loop join. First possibility was for we check for the block nested. Now for index nested loop join, by putting the values we are getting 25,100 block transfer and 1C. So CPU costly likely to be less than that for the block nested loop join, right? Now next is merge join. It sort both the relation on their join attribute, right? If they not already sorted. Now merge the sorted relation to join them. Join step is similar as we do merge stage of the sort merge algorithm, and then main difference is handling of the duplicate value in join attribute. Every pair with same value on join attribute must be match, right? So suppose here a1 and a2 attributes are there in PR relation, and some tuples are there, and similarly for relation S the tuples are given. So merge join we are going to cover in much detail in the upcoming lectures. Thank you.